Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Can We Talk? And we would like to talk to you tonight about these basketball wives from LA. Title: Who are you and where did you come from? Child, let's just go ahead and get into it. We start out with Evelyn, Brooke, and Jen. They all meet up at Evelyn's house to discuss the ice skating event, right? And now Clayanna, Evelyn, what? I don't even know what my notes say, y'all. Let me get it together. So it says that they all met up to discuss the ice skating event in Clayanna, and then Evelyn's trip to Miami and the wedding that's never going to happen. Okay. Jen tells Evelyn that she was asking Clayanna where did she come from, who is she friends with, and then she said that Clayanna started getting a little rah-rah. So Brooke tells her that that's when the crap went left. And Jen tells Evelyn that her girl, Brittany, chimed in and started banging on the table with a bottle. Did you see a bottle in her hand when she was banging? Hello? Oh, no, she is not asleep. I cannot. Well, anyway.
Girl, they bored me.
This clown. She said that she starts banging on the table with a bottle in her hand. I don't remember seeing a bottle, but if she says so, she was there. Okay. So Brooke says that um when she started banging, it triggered her. And so she stood up. She says, but not in an aggressive way. And then Brittany asked her what the F she was standing up for and throws a drink in her face. And that's not how it went. She asked you what the F you were standing up for. You said, because I want to. And then she threw the drink in your face. Okay. Don't leave out that little part. So Evelyn says that she knows Brooke is going to want to beat that A for the rest of her life. Child, do you really think Brooke got them hands like that?
I don't think so.
I don't
Brooke
think
reminds me about Valley Girl, and I don't think she has hands.
I don't think so. So Jen goes on to say that Clayana hits her up and wants to meet her, and she doesn't know why, but she wants to know how did she get there. And she also said that she thinks that she was a side itch. Hmm.
But why is that any of Jen's business?
It's
Whether she
not.
is or whether she's not.
It's not. It's not. And all I got to say is Jen, leave that girl alone.
All I
She
got to
crazy.
say is, Jen, how many times have you been the side piece? Because most of them niggas don't even claim you.
Mm. So they were all being messy, but they all sit around cackling like little hens. And then Brooke asked Evelyn about her trip. And she says that it was good and that she had a lot to think about because she feels apprehensive about getting married and she feels it's connected to her first marriage. So we back on this again. She still feels like there's trauma there. And I'm trying to understand, why didn't she feel like it was trauma when she was going to marry Carl? But she tries to claim that it was because it was 8 months out before they were supposed to get married. But she was all gung ho when it was about Carl. And remember how she kept trying to get pregnant over and over? This heifer sleep again. Anyway, let me speed through this. So she called Carl cheating, right? And then she called off the wedding, but she was willing to marry Carl. She's just
Mhm.
not into this man. That's just all it is to it. Point blank in the period. This is a storyline for Evelyn. She used this man, and I don't like it.
Well,
Okay.
let's
I
just say it
don't
like
like
this.
it.
This man don't have Antoine Walker's money. This man don't have Chad Ochocinco Johnson's money. This man don't have Carl Crawford's money.
That's what it is, probably. Is it about the money, Evelyn? Is it about the money?
Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Oh, but she ain't messing with no broke. Okay. So, side note, I want Jen to sit her ass down somewhere. She hopping around like a little freaking chihuahua because she's so happy to be back in Evelyn's face and in her space. I'm like, sit down. She being so mad at you. She getting on my nerves. She bouncing and just flipping her hair and she's all up in her face. And I'm just like, girl. It's
Jen
so
wants to
sad.
be included in everything because when Brooke said that Brittany threw a drink on her, Jen got the nerve to say, "It got on me too, but I'm cool."
Yeah.
Girl, you just want to belong.
Girl, I laughed at that. I was like, Jen, shut up. Shut up. Like, she's so extra. That was funny though. I did cackle a little bit. So we get to Clayanna. I don't know why Jen got me wanting to call her colonic, and it will go to that, but we ain't got there yet. But Clayanna and Jaceil meet for lunch, and Jaceil gets in the confessional to state that she's trying to finalize a guest list for Natasha's party, but she doesn't think Clayanna should be invited.
And
And
shouldn't.
you're right. She should not. They also get to discussing the ice skating event and how things went left. Clayanna said that Jennifer escalated the conversation when she started asking her what her name was and who invited her to the group. She felt like Jen was antagonizing her, and she doesn't feel like she needs anyone's acceptance. Okay, calm down. So Jaceil tells her that it's important to have a good environment at her fiance's party, right? And that they all need to be on the same page, and that she wants Clayanna to get to clearing things up with Jen so that there won't be no issues. Clayanna tells her that she has plans to sit with Jen, and hopefully she is receptive to her and is interested in getting to know her. But we gonna see that Clayanna is full of sugar, honey, iced tea, poop. She's full of crap. Girl, this heifer is bat crap crazy. But that's a lie she told Jaceil. Remember that. So then we get to Jen and Kristen, and they go looking for a dog. And that's all I got about them because they're boring. So let's move on.
Oh, I'm
Just
awake again.
okay. So Jaceil and Brittany meet at Jaceil's place. And after the pleasantries, Jaceil gets straight into it with Brittany about how good the energy was at the ice skating event. And then everything went left. Brittany said that it was weird that it went from one extreme to the next, and it didn't have anything to do with her being drunk. The energy wasn't right. And if you stand over her, then they're going to basically it's gonna be up, right? Now come on, Brittany. These ladies were having a good time. Your energy got off when your baby daddy was
Mm-hmm.
playing games and your mama called you crying. So you kind of brought your own energy into the situation. These heifers were being their normal trifling selves that they always are. And you were the one that came in with the bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
So Jen and Clayanna were being they were perfectly capable of having their own argument. You took it to another level. So you needed to check your energy. But you know, we're finding out that people are not able to take blame. They want to pass it on. And that's exactly what she did. Just like Nikki from Basketball Wives. Or should I call her
Girl.
PJ? So anyway, Jaceil says that she didn't like the name calling and body shaming, but at the end of the day, she feels that they were both wrong. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Jaceil, for being a friend. She said that if
Mm-hmm.
Brooke would have never stood up, they could have argued across the table and everything would have been good. But she still doesn't like that Brittany threw a drink. Now, y'all,
Thank you for
Brittany,
holding her accountable.
thank you. Thank you. She goes on to say that she doesn't want to go somewhere 24/7 and they're beefing. She asked Brittany, where do you go from here? Because Natasha's event is coming up and she wants everything to be right for her. Brittany was giving her one of them looks like, please. She really wasn't trying to hear what Jaceil was saying, but she's trying to keep some or a friend, let me put it like that, on the show. So, and Jaceil is a good girl. I really like her.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that she's fair. Okay. I can appreciate that. And she ain't with the bull crap. So she says that they cannot embarrass her in front of her girl or her teammates because she'll never be able to live that down. I'm talking about Jaceil. So all I got to say, Jaceil, is you might want to leave all them heifers off the guest list then and just have a party for your girl and her teammates because none of these heifers know how to act. Okay. They
Mm-hmm.
just don't know how to act. Anyway, she goes on to say that there has to be a way to get past it so that they're not arguing and fighting with each other all the time. Again, Brittany is giving her that whatever face and proceeds to lie and says that she's already gotten over it and she's not looking for an apology from Brooke. And Brooke shouldn't be waiting for an apology for her because blue is not her color. Don't hold your breath because blue is not your color. I'm like, this heifer is shady. And at that point, Jaceil should have known. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you off the list too. Well, all I got to say is Brooke, I'm not Brooke. What's that girl name? Brittany. Brittany went ahead and lied and said that she she had an event. Was it in Houston?
Girl, I don't know.
She said she had an event that she had to do. Brooke was scared to not Brooke. Brittany was scared to show up because she knew that Brooke was gonna be there and she was gonna start some crap. So Brittany was like, "Nah, I ain't coming because I ain't drunk no more. So I ain't drunk enough to do that." So she just decided, I ain't gonna be able to make it no way. So just go on and have your event and be happy. We get to Jen and Christian. Oh my God, it's like, why are they trying to shove Opie and Slick Mojo down our throat? Because I am just not interested. None of us are interested in this little fake relationship or this relationship that's going to last a couple of months and then he's going to screw you over, Jen, and steal more than your car this time. So please keep this out of our faces. We go on to Jaceil and Natasha. Jaceil's boo is finally home and she lets her know that everyone is excited to meet her and she's excited about the party, but it's been some chaos in the group. But she's praying it gets better. Okay. Brooke and Jackie did a pop-up at Brooke's place with some beautiful flowers because she told her that remember what Brooke told sometimes a friend, she just wants somebody to just stop by and to just check on her during her grieving process. So that's exactly what Jackie did. And she turned around and she gave Jackie a memory book that she gave to all of the friends and family at Kayla's funeral. And she lets us know that it is not an obituary, it's just a book of memories. And so I thought that was really sweet. Brooke asked Jackie if she feels as if she was combative when she stood up. Jackie told her what she wanted to hear and told her that once Brittany baptized her with that drink, that her retaliation was warranted, right? So Brooke tells Jackie that she wakes up every morning with a tiny fire burning inside of her from the anger that from losing her daughter, and she knows that that flame can start on simmer and go to high at any time. So Jackie tells Brooke that they're going to have to try to figure that situation out. Which Brooke replies, sometimes itches have to be put in the MF in place. And that's how she feels about Brittany right now. So I want to see how this goes. Jaceil goes ahead and removes Brooke and Brittany. No, I just said, Jaceil, go ahead and remove Brooke and Brittany from the guest list, please, because if they both come, this is going to be a problem. But anyway, Jaceil, Brittany, and Vanessa all meet up. They meet at the flower shop because Jaceil is looking for flowers for Natasha's party. She tells the girls that Natasha came in town early and that she didn't get none last night and that they can't do nothing before the game. I'm like, that's information I did not need to know. But y'all, why Vanessa, ignorant behind, asked this girl, how does that work? She wanted to know if Natasha wears a strap on. And Jaceil was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, thing could have been cut out. But then she goes on to ask this girl if they both get on it. And Jaceil's like, hell no. And I'm like, lady,
Why
mind your
is Vanessa
business.
so curious? Vanessa, what you need to know for? Are
Her
you
husband is always
interested?
sleeping with other women, so she want to figure out what he getting out of the deal. I don't know.
I'm
I
like,
don't
she a
know.
little
She's
too
just
curious. A
inappropriate
little
at
too
all
curious.
times. Mm-hmm. Jaceil, watch your man. I mean, girl. So all I know is Vanessa goes on and to ask Brittany if she and Brooke had worked things out, and Brittany told her that they have not had any dialogue. So again, I already told y'all that Brittany wasn't coming, and like sober Brittany now realizing if she shows up to this party, she gonna get her behind beat. And she tells Jaceil that she can't come to the party because she's hosting an event in Dallas. That's where it was. So I'm just like, nah, Brer Rabbit, what happened? You was ready to jump before. So now she's scared. And I just want her to admit it. Girl, I ain't come to that party because I'm gonna get my behind beat if I come. Just go and say that. I can respect you more. But now you're running. And I just want to know if she's gonna be running for the rest of the season because they ain't gonna pay you to run, honey. You can't just film scenes and not confront what you did. You threw that drink. You don't have to answer for it. Okay. So go on answer for it so that we can have something to watch. So Jen and Clayanna meet at a restaurant, and immediately Clayanna comes off as aggressive. I mean, Jen walks in and she's trying to be pleasant. This heifer immediately is acting stiff and acting stupid. And I'm just like, okay. And, Jen's asking her, how she is, blah, 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 blah. And Clayanna said, I'm talking about, so she was trying to feel her out. So they go back and forth, and they talking about who's married, who wasn't, how long they was with each other. Are you a side itch? It was stupid. The whole thing was so stupid to me because she told Jaceil that she was meeting with Jen so that they can try to squash stuff. She was hoping that Jen would be receptive, but it's like she switched. But I was kind of wondering because she did sound like she was slurring a bit. Do you think that this heifer was drunk or high or what? Because this was completely out of control. It was completely
So
out of control.
I think she might have been under the influence of something, but in the event that she wasn't, I just think she's batshit crazy.
She is.
This one I can't even put on Jen. Like, Clayanna is delusional. I get what she was trying to do, but she don't know how to execute it. But she thinks she really badass. She was trying to throw questions back at Jen so Jen would know how it felt to be questioned. But you executed that in the dumbest way possible. You were very aggressive, which Jen was never aggressive with you, even
at
going
all.
back to the ice skating rink. And you keep saying that, she was she did a little interview on her, well, not interview, she was just on her Instagram live talking shit. And she was basically like, Jen was antagonizing her and that Jen started it. No, Jen didn't. What happened was that Miss Jaceil said your name wrong, and Jackie said, her name is Kaylani. That's how it all started. And everybody laughed. And then before Jen said anything, Brooke said, this is why we need to get to know you. We don't even know your name. And then Jen said, yeah, like, whose friend are you? Like, it seems like you just appeared. Jen was being Jen. She was not being aggressive at all. If you wanted her to know what it felt like to be questioned, you could have asked one or two questions and kept it cute.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, no, it was a very bad look. It made you look crazy.
It was very bad. Very bad. And then she got loud in that restaurant and she started going off and calling her names. And she called Jen trash. Now, when she called Jen trash, Jen was like, that's it. She got up, she grabbed her purse, her shades, and she exited stage left, okay? Because Jen thinks she's the best thing since sliced bread, honey. You're not going to call her trash. That's what you're not going to do, colonic. So this tramp screaming and following Jen through the restaurant and then has the nerve to get in her confessional talking about Jen set the house on fire and then runs to the nearest exit. Are you crazy? You set the house on fire. I'm trying to figure out what world was this dingbat living in? Because, I mean...
Wait, we got to rewind. You know what I just thought about that? This is how delusional Clayanna is. She basically brought up Jen's ex-husband, Eric Williams, with a big knot on his head. She didn't say his name, but she was trying to point out to Jen that nigga was irrelevant in the basketball world. But you're only connected to the basketball world because of your baby daddy. Yes, your baby daddy has multiple rings with the Golden State Warriors. And your claim to fame is that your baby daddy is more relevant than her ex-husband. That nigga don't want you neither.
He don't. And all you got out of the deal was a baby. And you were never married to him. And they were together for how long she claiming? But y'all were never married. Jim was married and she running around talking about for what, 10 minutes, 20 minutes? It don't matter. They were married. This man never put a ring on your finger. Okay.
So she is really up here arguing over which man they had sex with was the most relevant, but neither one of y'all with them. Girl, you was batshit
Bat
crazy.
crap. Crazy. Yes. Yes. But she lied on Jen, talking about she set the house on fire. And this is where I get pissed off because I don't like Jen. And now I got to defend her because Kalanick stank behind line talking about Jen came in and greeted her and was talking about Jen came in and set the house on fire. But Jen came in and like you said, she greeted her. She was pleasant. And Kalanick had all the attitude and sass right off rip. I don't want to have to defend Jen. So don't lie on her, Kalanick. Don't do it. Okay? Because Jen get on my nerves, but you just piss me off even more because you lied on a girl. And right is right. Jen ain't do nothing this time. Okay? She ain't even come trying to be her regular old bougie self. She came with her jeans on, her mom jeans, and her bad body, and she was ready to play. But no,
she's got nobody's ass at all.
none. She didn't even buy her one. But okay, she need to have Brooke piece out some of that she got and help her out a little bit because Brooke, that's too much. That's just too much. So she follows her out and it unnecessarily gets up in Jen's face like Jen was in her face. She ran up on Jen and then pushed her, talking about get out her face. Like, what is
you
this
came
doing?
into Jen's personal space. Jen did not walk up on you. You walked up on Jen.
She walked up on her with that garbage bag dress she had on, acting
Oh, that outfit was ugly.
Horrible. She cannot dress to save her life. She came to the skating rink with some washed out jeans on and a rabbit coat. They look like her little baby rabbit she has found off the side of the road. Then she had on that brown bag dress that I don't know where she got that from. Then she showed up in this green bag dress. And I'm just like, where you getting all these sacks from? And why do you feel like this is a good idea to wear them on TV? And then you're going to get out here and show out in public with this foolishness on. Girl, if you're going to show out,
you're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. Okay?
It's so stupid. But she knew she chose the weakest one to try to have a problem with because she know Jen ain't gonna throw hands. Jen ain't gonna throw hands, she'll press charges. So keep it up, little stupid. Keep it up, okay? Jen like, I'm not the one. Jen was already dialing hard on that phone. She like, let that witch come over here. I got 911 on speed dial. Play with it, okay? So move on past that nut because she probably got in the back of somebody Uber and passed out because she had to be 3 sheets to the wind, honey, because that thing, she just can't, I don't know. Either she needs, I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, let's just say she was on something. Ooh. On something. Lord. So Jaceil and Jen meet, and Jen is telling her about how Kalanick acted at the restaurant. And she lets Jaceil know that if Kalanick is coming to the party, that she will not be there. And Jaceil, she's just like, so Evelyn and Levon meet. She drags him out to dinner and gets very performative, trying to make herself cry. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, she wasn't able to do it, but she tried so hard and telling this man how much anxiety she has. And I'm like, you're just not interested in this man. This is just all a storyline for you. But all I got to say, I'm looking at him. He's so calm and, trying to work things out with her. And I'm just like, he's a good man, Savannah. He's just too good for the likes of a Evelyn Lozada. And I hate that she bought him on TV to play in his face. And I really hope that he can find somebody who is worthy of his time and who will be able to appreciate him and who won't just drag him on here to make him look stupid and then move on to the next man, because you can best believe she probably already landed up on somebody else. She just was not interested in this man. She went on that TV show because her little funds were running low. She decided, ooh, if I say I'm about to marry somebody and I tell Shawnee them, Shawnee will put me back on the show. She went through the little fake counseling with Shawnee, as she said, her husband brought this man on TV to embarrass him over dinner that I hope he ain't paid for, but I know he did. And then went went home and took off the ring and put it in a safe instead of giving that man back his ring, knowing she was done with him. But I digress. We get to Natasha's party, right? Jaceil running around talking about everything looks so beautiful. Meanwhile, I'm looking around the room because I'm trying to find those flowers from the florist that they had went to pick out. And I ain't see nothing but a few orchids by the grill. Did you ever see any of them flowers up in that place? Because she made a big deal out of getting
No.
some of them flowers. I ain't see them nowhere. No? Okay. The only
No.
person. Jaceil, now, girl, I like you, but don't be playing with me. Anyway, Brooke and Evelyn enter, and why does Brooke look like that zebra from Madagascar from behind? She just looks ridiculous with all that. It just don't look right. And but you can't tell her she ain't fine now. But she ain't. But you can't
Girl.
tell her. So Vanessa and Jackie enter, and we see Jen and Kristen come through the door. So I take it that Jaceil did not invite Clayanna, right, child. So Evelyn starts getting in the confessional, being performative again, talking about Levon has gone back to Atlanta. And as much as she needs space, she can't help but to be sad because she's around so much love, talking about Kristen and Jen sitting up on that couch. And she just feels a sadness about it. But did you peep how the whole time she was holding her head down like it was towards the floor and looking down? But this heifer had a smirk on her face the whole time. If not, go back and look at it. She had a
No, ma'am.
smirk
No,
on
ma'am.
her
I am
face.
not going to go back and look at this
Please
boring
go.
mess.
Please go.
It
Even if you just get it to put in here, get that scene and let them see that she is being extra with her head all down and she looking down towards the floor. But the whole time, this heifer smirking. I'm like, girl, oh, witch, please go on somewhere with the theatrics because she is a bad actress, y'all. A bad actress. Ain't nobody got time to play with Evelyn. Ain't nobody got time to play with Evelyn. So Opie, talking about Christian, he now is commanding the room and he is laying it on thick, child, thick with the ladies, but he got their attention and they are eating it up. Vanessa is the only one in the room not gushing over this line behind dude. And she's picking up on him, saying that he had a kid that's almost one and one that's almost two, meaning that they both won. So now you got two kids, probably about two baby mamas. Gotta be. And talking about Mary and Jen. And then Vanessa's just like, wait a minute now, because the math just ain't mathing. And it's not. It is not mathing, but Jen over here all in love with this man with two baby mamas
So
and two
all
kids
I'm gonna say
under 2. Mm-hmm.
is, Vanessa, you are absolutely correct. But keep your damn mouth shut. You done been in enough mess. But you're right.
Right. And then next week she gonna be she done went like this her man and did a criminal search and everything on him, and she got all the tea and it's about to pop off. So hopefully this thing get better because I did not want to do this review because this was boring. Okay,
Girl,
but
I'm
let's
ready for
turn it up.
bed.
I am too. Look at you with your bonnet on.
Mhm,
But hey, let me get it. Bonnet Chronicles, okay?
mhm.
Because yes, it
Hey,
is boring.
Tammy.
What's up, girl? So, girl, yeah, like I said, Vanessa peeped him, and she was just like, and that had her wheels turning. So, any woman that's married to a man that's always cheating, child, they know, and they know when they hear a lie. And so her wheels started turning, and I can guarantee you that she was probably at that party already on one of them sites, pulling up all this man information.
Mhm.
Okay, already. So let me get back to it. Evelyn asked if it's just them that's coming, as far as the clique, and Jaceil senses the shade and throws a little side eye action and tells them just us. Jackie asked if Brittany was coming, and Brooke blurts out, "This is the group right here." Okay. To which Jaceil quickly puts them on notice that Brittany has an event, so she won't be here, and that she just, Clayanna just won't be there. So basically, I ain't fooling with Clayanna because She crazy. So she goes on to say in her confessional that after Jen told her about Clayanna pushing her, yeah, she can't come tonight. And I don't blame her because I paid too much money and this my girl welcome home party. And what you won't do is come up in here and act the fool because I hate to beat your A in front of all these people with my cute outfit on and my long ponytail. Don't get it. So she said, let me leave the hoe at home so that I don't have to get ragged and ugly tonight. And so they show a flashback of her calling Clayanna to let her know that she was no longer invited because she was having no violence at her event. And her clown behind talking about, I'm good, I'm grown. You darn sure didn't act grown at that ice skating event or at the restaurant when you met Jen. So lies
Uh-uh.
you tell. I'm like, child, please. Anyway, Big Tasha, Natasha, that is, comes walking through with her crew, and Jaceil lets the girls know that it's the first party Natasha has ever had. And that explains why she was stressing so much about this party being successful. And I don't blame her. And then, girl, it goes on to a whole bunch of other stuff that I just really didn't care to capture. But let me just say, one of the things that really tickled me was when Evelyn behind got her behind in the confessional and she was talking about the different people that Jen had been with. And she said she was with Timmy Thick Thighs. Girl, I said, okay, Evelyn. I like that one because I don't really like Evelyn, but when I said she made me cackle, she made me Timmy Thick Thighs. I said, now that is embarrassing. Jen, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? So we're about to end this because Jen asked Evelyn what her ring was. She goes on to explain that it's in the safe and that she's just not ready yet. Yada, yada, yada. Girl, why didn't you just get that man back his darn ring and stop all this trifling? Y'all, I know that this review was tired because the show was tired, but this is all I got. This is all we can give you because nothing really happened. There was nothing worth talking about, so we pulled what we could from the scenes, which they really should have just scrapped this whole show. But here you have it. Leave any comments that you may have. Like the video whether you like it or not. I'm gonna go ahead and like it even though I don't like it. And make sure that you check out our basketball wives because that one was popping this week. Check that
Orlando.
Orlando clocked in. Check that one out if you want entertainment because I know this was snooze fest. Put this one on while you're trying to go to sleep because it will definitely lull you to sleep. But like the video, leave your comments below about Clayanna crazy behind. Do y'all think Brittany was scared and that's why she said she had an event? Um, what do you think about Jen being a happy chihuahua and being all up in what's her name face? And mind you, her daughter gets on the phone and tells her that she really don't feel comfortable or like the fact that Evelyn is skinning and grinning with Jen. And you think that's gonna change? Do y'all think that's gonna change? Let's talk about it down in the comments because they gonna have to pick this one up. I'm gonna be through with them. LA, show up, clock in. I need somebody to do something. That drink wasn't enough. Okay. That drink wasn't enough. But turn on your notifications and share the video. No, don't share this one. Share the other one. Share the basketball wives. That was funny. But share this one too. Anyway, we will see you guys in the next video. Let me take off my bonnet because now I'm awake. Bye.